It was a set of rules for this party now. The first rule was nobody was not invited. Second rule, you had to be one of two things if you wanted to get in this party: drunk or high. No sobers allowed. Hey, yeah. What's going on? How y'all doing today? First, I want to send a special shout out to Kenya. If y'all seen my last true crime story, the Gilpin Court Massacre, the baby girl Kenya who survived the shooting, along with her older sister Tamika, you know, she hit me in the comments. I really hope I did your story justice, and I'm glad you alive and well and doing good. Okay, I put up the polls, which was my personal stories. Y'all chose the street addiction story, I Ain't No, and that's the winner. We're gonna get into that right now. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. I go by D-Jack, but your ass can call me D. So I go extra hard on that hard flow. Call me D. We're going into Chester, Virginia. Not Chesterfield. I don't want y'all to get misconstrued or get confused. It's not Chesterfield, it's Chester. Chester is further than Chesterfield. So you got the South Side, Chesterfield, Chester. You know, that's when you get into Bramblewood and all those real uppity parts of the neighborhood. This story starts, I'ma say, it was a week after Thanksgiving. This is when we had a end of the world craze. I don't know if anyone else remembers this year, but for some reason, everybody thought the world was about to end in 2012. I call those flat earthers. Don't get on my ass now. I'm just saying, I call those flat earthers. You really think the world gonna end because of 12, 12, 12? Crazy, right? And I had a homeboy, white boy, who wanted to throw a 12, 12, 12 party. He called it the trifecta. Reason why he called it the trifecta, because 12, 12, 12, 3, you know, easy to name. Wasn't no real deep meaning to it. I do not know who started this trend, this rumor, whatever you want to call it, bro. I don't know who started it, but even the movie 2012 tried to capitalize. Matter of fact, hold on now. Now that I think about it, was the movie 2012 based off or inspired by the rumors of the world ending on 12/12, or did everyone think the world was going to end because of the movie? I really hope it's the other way around, because if people thought the world was going to end because of the movie, Lord help us all, because god damn it, that better not be the reason. Y'all let me know in the comments if that's true. Now, people like me, we like whatever. If the world is going to end, we ain't going to be around to dwell on it anyway. And if it's not, we knew that already, right? So my homeboy, white boy, I spoke about this white boy in another story, but I spoke to him recently and he told me, hey look, it's cool if you tell stories about me, just don't ever put my name in it, don't put a picture up of me. That's cool, bro. I got you. Salute to you. I love you, my dog. Because he's in a few stories. I spoke about him in at least 2 stories, but I'm not going to refer back just so I can mix up the trail, because he don't want nobody knowing who he was, because he's a totally different guy today. Like, man, 360. No drugs, clean, church going, own his own business, like pure inspiration, that guy. So let's call him Dixon. You my dog Daryl from The Walking Dead today. I knew Dixon since, I want to say, middle of high school year, but I didn't meet him in school. You know, I met him while me and my guys, we was kind of skipping. I ain't gonna say kind of, we were skipping. We literally left school on a bus to go back around the way. And I met him because one of my dudes to go hit a play. The dude that he was hitting the play with, he was with him, but he was younger at the time. You know, he wasn't even doing drugs, but he was with him. I think it was his uncle or something. When we walked up on him, he stopped me. He was like, bro, you got some green, bro? I said, yeah, what you need? Gave him a dime, gave him my number. And we just was click tight since then. Like, the next time I saw him, we was actually having like a little block party type of thing. He wanted to kick it. Most white people we come by, if they come to the block, most of them not gonna want to sit there and kick it. Most of them will feel uncomfortable in that environment, but he felt like one of us. You know what I mean? He talked like one of us, but he dressed like a white boy. He dressed like his culture. I don't think he was like just straight white Caucasian. He was Italian or something like that. So he had some swag about him too. He is the one, well, not he per se, his big brother is throwing the party. My guy's not coming with me because they don't know these people. I got click tight with them, so I'm not getting off the timeline. Like I said in the beginning, he playing this like a week after Thanksgiving, so we got like another week and a half, 2 weeks before the party starts. As he's planning this party, the days go on. You know, it's kind of like the kids before Christmas. We cannot wait until 12/12/12, because hey, if you die, you ain't gonna be around to be mad or sad about it, but if you still here, you gonna have a kick-ass story to tell 12 years from now, which is today. You feel me? Now, fast forwarding the night before the party, Dixon calls my phone at like 6 in the morning. Man, where you at, D? Where you at, man? That's how he talk, for real. He talks like I talk, and he says man a lot. I'm like, bro, where you think I'm at? It's 6 in the morning. Alright, man, I'm about to pull up on you, man. First thing he say when he get to the stoop, hey, D, hey, man, I ain't no bitch, man. Alright, bro. I ain't say you was no. What's up?
Nah, man. I ain't talking about you, man. That bitch motherfucker Freddie, man.
Talking about his big brother, the one who throwing the party.
He talking about don't be bringing no undesirables to the party. Man, what?
He won't going for none of that. First thing I thought he meant was black people. You know what I'm saying? Undesirables. Who you talking about? That could be me being emotional. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I didn't say nothing. I didn't say that to him. I didn't say, is that what he mean? For real undesirables. Who is that, bro?
He talking about I'm always down here in the ghetto and talking about don't bring nobody to the party. That's gonna fuck up the party. Fuck that, man. You my brother, man.
He the white Terrence Howard, emphasized and everything, man, and told him that if he does, he gonna beat him like the bitch that he always wanted to be. Bro, let that sink in. Let somebody tell you, I'm gonna beat you like the bitch that you always wanted to be. How do you respond to that? Like, what? Hella disrespectful, like off the rip, hella disrespectful. So he feeling some type of way, like damn, the fact that you don't want whoever to come to the party, the fact that you even talking to me like that got me feeling some type of way. And I ain't even mad at him about that. You ain't even have to add that in there, big bro. So he telling me before he leave, like, look, this party going down, you are coming, but he gonna get ass whooping before we leave this party. Hey, I'm with you. Cool, he agreed. I bet we dap up. I go back in the crib. But me and his big bro was cool. Like every time I interacted with his big brother, everything was smooth as hell. I also know that some people will put on that front just to seem cool, because they may think that if you don't seem cool, they're not gonna like you or try to do something to you. I've ran across white folks who got that type of interaction with black folks. Like they just automatically think black people is dangerous. I'm not saying all now, but I also see the same vice versa. You know, I've seen black people pull up on white people and automatically got the thought that they racist. So I think if everybody just had a positive view before you walk into a situation like that, we wouldn't have these situations. But anyway, back to the story. My fault for rambling. So I call him myself. Now he don't know that. He just came over there to vent. He would do this a lot. He was a venter. He was a big venter. He vented to me a lot because I always listen. So after me and him finished talking, I call his brother right after, because the first thing I'm thinking is he's talking about black people. People in the ghetto. I'm in the ghetto. Who else would you be talking about, right? I call his brother.
Hey, D, I know you gonna be at that party.
Dead serious. What's up? You good?
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Why you asking me that?
Look, I'm just asking, bro. I'm making sure, you know, I just talked to your bro. But look, don't tell him I talked to you. I don't know how you gonna feel about me calling you after this conversation.
Oh, man, don't worry about that, man. Like, he always piss poor mad about some shit. You know the emotional.
Yeah, Dixon is emotional. He is emotional sometimes. He can be overly emotional. I wanted to holler at you about something that he said you said. You said don't bring no undesirables from the ghetto.
Bro, you think I'm racist, bro?
Nah, I mean, since I know you, you've been pretty solid. I don't think you that. I'm just asking you what you mean, because if you don't want me there, I don't want to be nowhere I'm not wanted.
Bro, you're coming to this party.
That sound cool and all, but what did you mean by undesirables from the ghetto, bro?
I'm talking about his tacky girlfriend, man.
Bro, he was very extreme all the time. It's 6 in the morning and you already up like you took a bump. Oh, you talking about Tasha? Of course, that's not her name. For the sake of the video, we're gonna call her Tasha.
Tasha, man. He need to leave that where she at.
I agree with him, because Tasha was a pure thotty. She came at me in front of Dixon. Played that man in front of him. She black. He had a real thing for black girls. Like, he had a fixation for black girls. He didn't want white girls. He wanted the blacker the better. But she was tacky. When he said the word tacky, he wasn't just saying it as like a derogatory term to talk about her. No, the was tacky. Yes, I'm calling her that because she was that. And once you hear the story, you will understand why she was a... You would think, because of the type of girl she is, she comes from a certain background. Like most girls who act like that. No. She had both parents in the house. She didn't live in the ghetto. She frolicked in the ghetto, basically like he did. You know, he wasn't from the ghetto. He was straight from the suburbs. She lived in Chesterfield. I guess you could look at it like Southside is low class, Chesterfield is mid, Chester is you on your way to the top. You're not rich, but you comfortable. And she used to come down there because her family lived down there. You would damn near think she lived down there because she was down there so much. But she was wild. She was a wild girl, and it always seemed like she didn't care about nothing or nobody. She didn't care about nobody's feelings, how you felt about her, but she had a thing for Dixon. Only time it really seemed like she had a heart, bro, like she wasn't a robot, was around Dixon. Dixon was the only person who had that effect on her. Doesn't mean she didn't treat that boy like total and complete. Seriously. Just to give you a full description, I'm gonna go off course just to tell you a short story about a time of me chilling with her. This was the time she made a pass at me. We all on my porch. Now at this time, a place that we call the Circle, the real name is Southgate. Now we in this big horseshoe of a neighborhood. My boy Dixon come over there. The girl come over there with him. And we just sit on the porch passing around 2 blunts. We got 2 blunts in rotation. Dixon is all the way on the left. She's in the middle and I'm on the right. She's in the middle of both of us. And as she's passing me the blunt, when she put her hand down, she rubbed my thigh, took her hand back. I'm thinking maybe that's a mistake. We high as hell, I ain't thinking nothing of it. We down to 1 blunt. It comes back in rotation to get to her, she give it back to me. This time, it wasn't just there for a millisecond or 2. It was there for a good 6-7 seconds. 6-7 seconds is a long time for your homeboy's girl hand to be on your thigh. I'm like, whoa. Foul on the play, my guy. Hey Dixon, get your girl, man. Go ahead, get her, man. She tripping. Man, bro, she just had her hand all on my thigh. The first time she did it, I thought it was a mistake, but she really trying me, bro. This her.
So, what's up? That's my boy, man. Nah, man, we out, D.
You said what? You said we out. Bro, why you leaving? Tell her to get the f on, bro. She just high, man. All right, Dixon. All right, man. They swab out. They gone. I'm just looking at them walk away like, that boy don't know what he in for. Now that y'all know who she is and what she about, let's fast forward back up into the day before the party. Now, I get off the phone with his big bro. We set that straight, whatever. So we just geared up and ready to go. Now, let me tell you something about these white folks here. Let me tell you something about Dixon and his family. They were suburban gangsters. Now, they weren't suburban gangsters in a sense of they harm people or they sell drugs in their community or they criminals. No, they were every sense of the word without the criminal element. They were hard body. They were fearless. Don't care who you are. You're not finna treat them and not get smashed on. Win, lose, or maybe, they is going in that water with you, bro. They don't care. And that's one thing I loved about them, bro. They is not out to hurt people. They not out to destroy their community. They want to have fun. But if you're around, you're going to find out. On they mamas. Not mine. God rest her soul. On they mamas. So when I get up there, it was a set of rules for this party. Now, the first rule was nobody was not invited. Okay? Nobody was not invited. Meaning you could be casually walking up the block and just saw the party going on. Come on in. It was that real. And that actually happened, but we're going to get to that later. Second rule, you had to be one of 2 things if you wanted to get in this party. Drunk or high. No sobers allowed. And that brings me to my disclaimer. Anybody fighting addiction and you still trying to get over your triggers and everything, this may be a trigger for you. So just beforehand, I don't want to trigger none of my people. If you think it will, this is the part to cut off the video. Love, for real. No sobers allowed. If you gonna come up in here sober, this is not the party for you. It was a damn near requirement. Now, I don't know how they was gonna figure if you were not, I don't know, drug test you, but that was the thing. The only other rule to this party was you could not go in the upstairs bedroom. This house had 4 bedrooms, had 2 upstairs, had 2 downstairs. It was a bedroom upstairs that belonged to his sister. His sister was a total different person than them. She was hard body like them, but she was more sophisticated. She was a college student. She didn't have none of that going on. She was not a drug person. They let her know beforehand that, hey, this is what we're about to do. You might want to go find a friend house to be at. That's exactly what she did. That room was off limits. They had a sign on her door that said, do not enter under no circumstance. And those are the 3 rules. 1, everyone's invited. 2, no sobers allowed. 3, don't go in that goddamn room. So as we up there early, getting everything ready, we got these 2 big ass stereos. Think of the height of a car. From the ground to a average car ceiling, that's how tall that stereo is. And there's 2 of them. Damn near got a DJ booth, but it's just a laptop. Everything hooked up. It literally looks like a damn club a little bit. They went and bought this rug, laid it out the whole floors. We knew how wild this was gonna get. Anything that was carpet, they put something over top of it. Now, as we up there, me and Dixon sitting on the couch, we just kicking it, talking, passing the blunt back and forth. And at this time, bro, I don't smoke weed, but I'm a popper. I'm a definite popper. I put down a weed a while ago, especially after the jail sentence. But also, like I said, I'm an occasional smoker. I will smoke during times like this. The only time weed felt good to me was during parties. I say, bro, I'm good. I don't need no more. I'm trying to enjoy it myself, bro. I'm gonna be slugged up in here. He take the rest of the blunt out by himself. His big bro comes sit on the couch right in front of us. I think he's sitting there playing an SD. What do you call those Game Boys? I think it's an SD. I'm not sure. I don't really play games that much. As he playing the game, he's looking at his screen while talking to Dixon.
Thought about what I said, lil' bro?
This pissed Dixon off. Oh my God, this pissed him off.
Why you with me, bro?
But I already knew it was about to go down. Dixon was a wrestler and a boxer back in high school. Do not with Dixon. Why you playing with him like this? But he was doing this because of the girl. I forgot to tell him it wasn't because of the girl. I never called him back. So this whole time he got this animosity on his chest about me, thinking he racist or something. That's not even the case. We sitting here together right now. He ain't saying nothing to me. But that's him thinking his brother's scared of me. That's why he not saying nothing to me. So I whisper in his ear, I said, bro, you was talking about Tasha, bro. He won't talk about me.
Really, bro?
I'm like, oh, shit.
Yes, bro. Leave that at home.
I stood up in front of Dixon because I knew he was about to rush him. He right. If you want to fight somebody, you got to fight both of us. I'm sorry, you're my dog, Dixon, but you need to leave that hoe alone. And that's when he told us the news.
You ain't even got to worry about that, man. She ain't coming, man. Like, man, I broke up with her, man.
Yeah, Dixon broke up with her. I was proud of that man. A week before, after finding her, I don't even want to tell that part, even though I'm not saying who he actually is. I put it this way, he found her in a compromising position with a family member. Him up, not gonna lie, but she's been hurting him for so long that even with him seeing that, it didn't hurt as bad as it would have if it was the first time something like that happened. So I was just proud, I was glad. It made me feel even better about the party. So now me and his big brother sitting there like, wait a minute, why was you about to square up with bruh if you knew that you broke up with her?
It's principle. You know what this motherfucker said to me?
And I forget, yeah, I'ma beat your ass like the that you always wanted to be. That's some disrespectful shit. This is not just a big brother and little brother thing. This is something that his big brother been doing to him since he was a kid. Like basically that bully. But as Dixon got older, wrestling in school, boxing in school, like taking all these lessons, majority all of that came from being bullied by his brother. That really does affect siblings. I was bullied as a sibling. I carried around animosity from my older brother as we got older until we came to a mutual respect for each other. But this was different. His brother would never let up. He would never say sorry. He would never sit down and have a one-on-one heart-to-heart. He was the more emotional one. More emotional or not, he's still a man. Man is man, goddammit. Dixon was a very valued type of guy. He valued respect. He valued morals. Like he stood on something. When he say something, he mean it. He's just now getting to his drug addiction, and a part of that drug addiction started from the breakup with Tasha. We thought in the beginning that this breakup was, he was taking it well, because he kind of was, you know. He was taking it way worse than we thought he was taking it. And I guess this party, he needed to be around people to feel better. You know, he didn't want to be left alone. I try to cool him off. I take him into the other room. We sit down and I talk. After I get him going and he start talking, that's when I shut up and I just listen. And by this time, we going into about 9-10 o'clock, and now people is starting to come through the house real good. He feeling a little better. He got some drink in his system. He kind of forgot about the situation. Great. I already came up there with a nice little package for myself. I knew I was going to be popping up, and I knew I wasn't going to be doing no drinking, not for real. Maybe here and there, occasional blunt or two, but this is all I'm taking tonight, and I plan on taking all of them. Now as the night rolling on, music blasting, we lit. Bro, it feel like New Year's Eve, bro. New Year's Eve is already here for us. This is what this feels like, dog. I go outside to get some fresh air because it is crowded in this house by now. Like we heading up until about 11 o'clock. It's crowded. It's packed out. People sweaty, but it's fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie, it's lit. As I'm outside chilling, I think I'm on my phone or something, and we see a group of people walking by. It was all girls and one guy. All these girls was white girls, and the guy, he was like a Mexican. He might have been mixed, Puerto Rican and black, one of the two. Now, it's not all white folks. It's a couple of black people sprinkled here and there. I always felt comfortable around white people. I've never been, you know, they didn't have to be hood. I always treated them like they was a regular person. I've seen black people act uncomfortable around white folks. I've seen white folks act uncomfortable around black folks. I see a white person like any other person who bleed red, you feel me? You solid, no matter who you are. They walking down the block and somebody else is standing at the gate smoking. And they ask, hey, who party this is? This Dixon and them party? This is Dixon's neighbor. For the sake of the video, let's call her Tara. She has had a long crush on Dixon. I always ask them, why not be with her? I know you love black girls, but it's a girl right here who loves the shit out of you, who would do anything for you. Anything you ask that girl, she do it. I be mad at him sometimes because I feel like he be just jive using her. One night he actually asked Tara for some money to go buy her some food. Pissed me off. I ain't want to talk to him that night. But the people that she's with, they not from around the neighborhood. They from another side of town. They visiting them. Matter of fact, Henrico. Now the guy, because he was so tall, we accepted the age he gave us. Because yeah, we all young too. We 20, 21, 19. We may even got a little sprinkle of 17-year-olds in there somewhere. But he looked young. It looked like he wasn't supposed to be in this month. but everybody he's with is grown. They of age. Regardless of what we doing, we still gotta be responsible, dog. The guy who was manning the door, which was Dixon's older cousin, he asked him how old he was. He said, I'm 16. And he told him off the bat, you cannot come in here. You 16, you can't come in here. Now, he had his sister with him. She's older than all of them. For the sake of the video, let's call her Kat. She said, look, I'll keep an eye on him. Me, I'm 22. I'll make sure he good. I'm responsible for him. He looked at her. He looked at him. He looked at me. I said, I'm just chilling, my guy. All right, man, it's on you. Something happened, it's on you. So he go back in the house to tell Dixon. He go tell Dixon's brother. You know, he tell the people of the party, like, look, this is what's going on, which as he should. He probably was the only sober one there. Responsibility, I guess. So one of these people, yes, they knew, but the rest of them, total strangers. Now, I get back in the party, and the girl, Kat, she's already in the middle of the floor with a bag in her hand, putting pills in people's palms, taking money from them. We didn't know she was the ex-plug until she got in the door. I'm like, she ain't waste no goddamn time, did she? And she hit a fat lick because what are the odds are you pulling up on a house party right now that's supposed to be the end of life? They bought her out. She didn't have no more by the end of that party. That's how wild this party was about to be. But to understand how wild it is, you gonna have to wait for part 2. We out. Call me, D.
Hustler talk, no comment though, just paper chase. Chasing my dreams, my nightmares ain't got no money. Just a cardboard sign and they existing so bum it.